Bills is going to be billing. Have you noticed how many people are walking away from their job this year? 2025 is shaping up to be the year of I quit. From burnout to low pay, workers from everywhere is saying enough is enough. And today I'm breaking down why people are really quitting and what it means for you. Hey y'all, I'm Jamielenear, just call me Jamie. Welcome back to another video. Hey y'all, happy Thursday. Okay, I'm not gonna keep y'all too long, but before we get right into the video, I just want to tell y'all, look, y'all are really going hard with the Vlogtober content and to keep it up, okay? But let's go ahead and get into this video. As you can see, based off the title, yeah, it's a lot going on. It is a lot going on with people, you know, quitting their jobs, there being a government shutdown. And this just isn't about quitting jobs. It's about a shift in how people want to live and work in 2025. So let's go ahead and get into this video. So let's talk about the burnout and stress. Burnout is at an all-time high and people are just getting tired. People, you know, are tired of the same things. Like, people just don't want to come to a 9 to 5 and, you know, feel overworked and stressed. All right. People are tired of pulling doubles and still not being able to catch up when it comes to the work. And I know this from a personal experience. When I used to work like as a medical assistant, I got to the point where I was working. Like, when I say I was working, okay? And then being that the fall is coming up, the medical facility that I used to work for, they seen over 100 patients a day, okay? So I know how that is to feel overworked, low paid, unappreciative, and it's like bills still gonna be due. Bills is gonna be billing. So I know how that feels to not feel like you're not catching up and you're doing all this work for nothing. Like, people are tired of feeling overworked and underpaid. And like, the cost of living is high. People are really tired of it. Now let's get into pay and inflation. And this is a big one. Wages are not keeping up with the cost of living. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and the cost of living is high as hell. Not only is it high as hell, when you apply to these jobs want to give you $12, $13, $14, and $15 an hour. And I'm just like, how am I supposed to live off of that? I went to school, got my master's degree, and you expect me to work a job for $12, $13 an hour when my rent is over $2,000 a month? No, I'm not doing that. And I'm a single parent with 4 children. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? And it comes a time and a place when you're just like, enough is enough. Like, let me work for myself. Let me perfect my craft. I'll just go out here and do gig work, get my, you know, VA, get my YouTube, and I'm gonna just get it how I live. Like, many people are feeling like they're working harder, but living worse. And who really wants to live like it's hard out here. And people got the nerve to be like, oh, you need to stop doing gig work, go get a job. Y'all must be think like getting a job in this day and age and this time is easy just to, you know, apply for a job and get a job. I can tell you on one hand how many jobs have I applied for. I've applied for over 1,000 jobs, okay? And it's not that easy. You get rejection after rejection after rejection. Okay, they either want you or they don't. And I'm not the type of person, I'm not about to kiss nobody's ass for no job. No, that's what I'm not gonna do. I will keep it moving. And if you're not making enough at a job to at least survive, what's the point of staying at the job? What's the point of staying at the job if you're not making enough to survive? If you're making the same amount when you're not working, make that make sense. I'm not staying nowhere or working nowhere where I'm not making no money, okay? No. And then on top of that, when you get on these jobs, people want to try to micromanage you, tell you what to do, and talk to you all kind of way for $12 and $13 an hour. No, that ain't. Like I tell y'all, respect is due to a dog, and ain't nobody talking to me any kind of way on no job. I will cuss your ass out and walk off that job. That's what I will do. So that's why I say it's better for me to really work for myself, because I ain't about to put up with that from no job. Now let's talk about gig work and side hustles. I've seen a lot of people shifting to the gig economy, and people are choosing their freedom over stability. I currently do DoorDash, Walmart, Spark, Amazon Flex. I also have Roadie on my phone, and I have a couple of other apps. I like being able to get up when I want to get up and just go out here and do a block or whatever I want to do and not really having to answer to nobody. Yeah, you might have to deal with these rude customers, but you ain't gonna see them same people all the time or every day. I would rather have a peace of mind. And some apps, depending on where you at, pay more than a regular 9-to-5 job, depending on what job it is. And I just like my peace. Yeah, it's cons to doing gig work, but at the end of the day, I'm okay until I get to where I need to be. So it's not too bad, but eventually I won't be doing gig work once I don't get to where I need to be and what I'm currently doing, because y'all know I'm doing real estate. But I'm okay with this. I'd rather have a peace of mind and, get up when I want to get up and not have to be micromanaged by somebody who working a 9-to-5. Okay. Depending on the app, you can make money. You really can make money. Some pay better than others. You also got, medical curry out there if you want to do that. But I have my mental health, I have my peace. I have my stability. So yeah, a lot of people are quitting their 9-to-5s and doing gig work or starting their own business. And it's not bad for some people, because some people, this is their full-time job. So it works for some. It may not work for all, but it works for some. Currently, it's working for me right now until once I finish my real estate, and then I'll fully transition into doing real estate and I'll cut back on the gig work. Now, let's get into these toxic workplaces. And when I say toxic workplaces, y'all already know that workplaces can be very toxic. And what I mean by that is many jobs have poor leadership. And that's just not in the civilian job market. That's in the government leadership, positions as well. Many jobs have poor leaderships. Okay. You got people that's on age with me or older are poor leaders, as well as you got some of these people that's younger than me that's just coming in, and getting their feet wet, that are poor leaders as well. Okay. No flexibility, toxic culture. People want respect, balance, and growth opportunities when they are working a 9-to-5. That's what they want. And if they not getting that, they walking away in 2025. They not taking no BS from nobody on no job. Rather it be a boss, a coworker. Nobody is standing for that today. I know I ain't standing for that, because I'll quit it with a quickness, okay? I'm not putting up with no BS from nobody. I'm not with the drama. I'm not about to let nobody take me to a 10 and I really need to be at a 1. No, we're not doing that. And at the end of the day, you have to look at the bigger picture. It's not the people that don't want to work. It's that they don't want to work under the same broken system anymore. That's why you have gig work out there, entrepreneurship, content creation. That's what that's there for. So you won't have to worry about toxic work environments or feeling underpaid when it comes to a job. But I just want to ask you this. Are you thinking about quitting your job in 2025? Comment below. I'd love to hear your story. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if this video helped you. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.